It's gotten out that you were you curious about getting a role in J.J. Abrams' version of Star Trek? Because, you know, I would think some of the original cast members would feel a little proprietary about that, like...
Well, no, we knew that we were no longer, you know, relevant to the new audience. I mean, can you imagine Bill Shatner running down those corridors like Chris Pine did?
Yeah.
That's not a pretty sight.
You're never afraid to go after old Bill Shatner, are you?
What do you mean go after? I'm calling as I seize him.
He outranks you. He is your commander. You must show some deference, I think.
Well, I'm showing proper deference by saying he should not be playing Captain
For his own good. For his own good. For his own health and safety. He should not be playing Captain Kirk.
He's got a heart, you know.
Okay, that's your microphone.
Oh, yes.
Now, did you
didn't
think,
want to tax his
was there
heart
any
too
part
much.
you could have played? For example, Sulu, that role was taken by John Cho. Did you think that maybe there'd be another role for you in the new Star Trek? Can you envision any role that you could play if there were more of those films?
Well, Leonard appeared in both J.J. Abrams' movies.
Yes, Leonard Nimoy came back and reprised his role as Spock.
And he did a wonderful job, looking very ancient and grizzled. Well, but he was supposed to look ancient and grizzled.
Yes.
And
So it was appropriate to the part. Yes.
most certainly. And, you know, they saved on makeup. They didn't have
Good God!
And Leonard's his friend.
I know,
to...
Leonard.
He is my friend.
So could you play another role?
Oh, yes, yes. I think, you know, there could be a cameo like Leonard's for George Takei. I could be an old, grizzled, ancient antecedent of Sulu, or I could be, and I think this is more interesting, if I were some alien creature with a lot of makeup.
So you would come back as an alien creature? Really?
And, well, my voice would be a dead giveaway. So...
I know, that wouldn't work. A creature... Who is this creature? Hello, everybody.
I could say, hello, everybody. I am a grizzled, old, ancient sage from the... I mean, you know, we're
That was fantastic. Did your alien forget where he was from? What was your take? I'm curious. Benedict Cumberbatch, who was on just before you, he had to leave. Guy's busy, gotta go.
He had to make time for me.
Yes, exactly. He had to clear out. They cannot be in the same space.
That's right. J.J. Abrams didn't want that, you know, parallel thing colliding.
That's how powerful J.J. Abrams is. He called and he said, no, they cannot be on the same set at the same time. But what did you think of his role of playing Khan? You know, because Khan's so famously played by Ricardo Montalban.
Exactly. And when we heard that, it was a little shocking, more than surprising, because Ricardo was so quintessentially Khan.
Right.
I mean, Khan is a Southeast Asian name,
right.
East Indian, and Ricardo is a Latino. And Gene Roddenberry's idea was, you know, to include the diversity of this planet. And what Ricardo did with that part, I mean, he was powerful, charismatic, became iconic, both in the television version and the feature film version, The Wrath of Khan. And then to learn that he's cast a white English guy was, you know, really shocking. I mean, because Ricardo owned that part.
I could listen to you say anything. If you...
Anything.
when I listen, I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
And you're talking about how Benedict Cumberbatch and Montalban and how Gene Roddenberry, and I don't care what you're saying. Oh. I'm just listening. He had the charisma. He had it all. He had nutmeg and corn cob and syrup. You know, I'm just listening to words. You could read, you should make tapes where you just read recipes.
Will you buy it?
I would buy it. I would pay anything for it.